Guys, ladies, gentlemen, I would even argue everybody in between, welcome onto the video, first of all. But second of all, I have a question for you. What would you do for some fat stacks, some good cash, some of the green, or I guess green in America, in other countries it's like plastic, shout out Canadians. What would you do for the money? Would you, I don't know, rob a bank? Would you, extort old people online through the phone? If so, I'm gonna murder you with hammers. Or would you, I don't know, take your uncle, poison him, bring him to the bank in a wheelchair, and then ask him to sign a check? So anyways, here's the quote from this thing today. If you're not well, I'll take you to the hospital. Do you want to go to the emergency room again? Nunes asked the dead man. Yeah, someone did that. Someone in Brazil, we're visiting Brazil today, yes, the flag that sits behind me on occasion, decided to take their dead uncle to the bank in an attempt to make an extra $3,000. A weekend at Bernie's-esque situation, kind of similar to what SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs did to the health inspector in that one episode. And, I'm in shock. I saw it on Twitter a few days ago, and I didn't really think anything about it. I just kind of scrolled past it. The extent of my reaction was kind of just like, and that was it. But then, as they do best, Grandma Peanut Fartballs posted in my Discord server a link to an article about this, so I surrender. My hands are in the air. I have been peer pressured into covering it. So today, we're going to talk about the Brazilian woman who murdered and used her uncle for $3,000. Although, like I do best, I've essentially yapped the entire premise of the story, the skeleton of it, just now. So if that's all you wanted to know, subscribe, like the video, go ahead, go on your way, have a nice day. But if you want to stick around for more of the nitty-gritty, I'm not going to do it, details, then stick around. See, this actually happened in the good old splendid land of Rio de Janeiro. And so what happened was this woman went in for a loan from the bank. And this is only what we knew on April 16th. I'm going to talk about the first article and then a crazy plot twist that involves poison in the second half. So this all starts at first when the woman took the uncle to the bank and she was like, hey, let's make a few dollars, a little bit of dough, you know what I'm saying? And I think my favorite part of this story isn't even the fact that she wheeled a dead man into a bank expecting him to be able to sign a paper. It's all of the quotes I see from what the woman was saying to the dead man while everything was going down. We have things like, Uncle Paulo, can you hear me? You need to sign it. If you don't sign it, there's no way. You're right. Oh my God, I never would have thought of that. There is no way unless you sign it. But what about the fact that his soul is passed on? I also think like her saying to the man, I cannot sign for you. We know. Yeah. That's why you brought the corpse. And this is a document. Here's your name. Paulo Roberto Braga. You must hold the pen. Why is she talking to this corpse? I mean, I guess she's talking to the corpse as a show of presentation almost, you know, to try and get the people at the bank to think that she's talking to a living, breathing human being, when in fact, she's talking to a husk. In fact, there's actually video footage from the point of view of the banker, like communicating with the woman and watching her try and talk to the guy. And I only did all of the quotes before showing the video because all of it is in a foreign language, so I don't understand it. It sounds almost French-like. I don't know which are the primary dominant languages in Rio de Janeiro. I wouldn't be shocked if France is there, but I know someone's going to correct me in the comments. But, of course, let me show you that video first, or I guess after, and then we'll talk a little more about it, because it's hilarious and sad, because it's a dead body. Sad, bad. Using dead body for money, bad. But situation, funny, haha. All right, go watch this. Now, I can't tell if this guy's just really bad at focusing or, you know, dead, because his head keeps falling back and moving around, almost as if it's a corpse that's been rolled into a bank. She's talking to him, and most of these are when the quotes that I just talked about happen, where she's like, you have to sign the paper. This is how you got to pick up the pen, Mr. 97-year-old uncle that is alive and not dead. Who is she fooling? Like, the bank teller is recording this. That should be the first sign that whatever you're doing right now, you're not getting away with. Bank tellers aren't usually just standing there with their iPhone out like, look at this idiot. I don't know why I grabbed an Amazon Fire TV stick remote instead of a phone, which I literally have. Oh. Never mind, my phone's gone. But anyways, what did she think she was getting away with? She's sitting there having a conversation with a corpse at a bank and occasionally glancing up at the bank teller like, she's getting this, right? You're seeing this? Like, he's live because I'm talking to him, so he must be alive.
Não vi.
And that's about the end of the first video. There's other quotes that happened during the video as well. Like, the bank clerk at the very end says, "I don't think he's okay. He's not well." And then she responded by saying, "No, he's normally like this." Oh, he's normally dead? She even tried to make up completely BS responses. So she was like, "Oh, did you see when he held the door open for me? He's in a wheelchair. Even if he was alive, that wouldn't even make sense." Like, you could have said he propped his chair in front of the door, maybe. But even then, that's not him holding the door. That's the chair being used as a doorstop. You're using your uncle, your past uncle, as a doorstop. And at the end of this article that I had first read, it said that police were going to do an investigation to see if he had died of natural causes or something that would warrant a felony. And of course, that is where the new article came out, and the one that actually I found myself like a big boy, where we figured out that there was a bit of foul play going on behind the scenes, aside from the fact that she brought a corpse to a bank to try and launder money. And it goes along the lines of finding what seemed like either extreme malnourishment or even poison in his system. And alongside this article that just came out regarding the poison situation, I actually got new footage, security camera footage from outside the building of her taking the uncle out of the car, sticking him in a wheelchair, and carrying him throughout the facility before coming into the bank. And I want to show you some of it. I might get copyright claimed by some news company, because different news companies love to like buy footage and then copyright it so that no one else can use it in their own articles, which first of all, I think is a scummy tactic, but also, I don't really care. Yeah, NBC, suck my balls, Ligma even, because it's an interesting part of this topic that I'm talking about, and I'm not going to let some goofy limited ads button stop me from it. And I'm going to be in the top corner for this one, because I want to. So, as you can see, the first thing she did was go and grab someone else's wheelchair. So, I don't know how that works. I guess it's like a bank-appointed wheelchair. But one thing that I did appreciate about this video is it confirmed the date of everything that went down, 16/04/2024. I didn't know when this happened, and I don't know how fast articles are, so I'm now glad to know that I was 3 minutes into my chemistry class while this woman was wheeling her dead uncle into a bank in Brazil. But it seems as well that she had a bit of an accomplice. Whoever this guy is, they helped lob this man into this chair to then carry him into what ended up being the bank. I also, I wonder if these people who are currently chilling behind her recognize that, she's carrying a body. I also wondered, Did they get into the elevator with her? Were they next to the dead body the whole time? They were just chilling in the elevator oh, what floor? Oh, you're going to floor 2? Okay, here, let me tap that. You smell that? What does that smell? Oh, that's my uncle. He's normally like this, like a dead body. And of course, the video ends with her just taking him along the way into the building. It's simple footage, and it isn't really pivotal to the story, but I also thought it would have been interesting to see because it's just a new perspective of the situation. So doctors suspect that there is poison in his system, but they think the main way that he died was due to malnourishment, which of course just means he did not eat and died. Apparently he was on oxygen, so he needed that to survive, so he might have also lost that and just kind of withered away slowly. But the thing that I think is crazy, the detail I think is the most interesting, is he apparently died. He was confirmed dead only hours before she took him to the bank. So she might not have even known he was dead yet. She might have pulled up and was talking to him come on, you have to use the pen, and he was just sitting there and then she's like, come on, you have to use the pen, and he returns with an interesting statement. And then, of course, it just ends up that he was not alive. And she ended up being arrested. She was arrested on 2 different main charges. The charges being fraud and desecration of a corpse. Wow, who would have expected that one? And, of course, the lawyer claims that she was, informed to do this due to mental health issues. And I'm split on this. I don't know, because the way that she talks in the body sounds like it could be either her trying to make it a lie that the guy isn't dead to try and make money from him, or B, there was no A, but pretend there was an A, or B, she is not well, and she thought he was still alive, despite the fact that he had died only hours prior. And of course, my favorite thing to do when we use a New York Post article, check the comments, because they have comments on New York Post articles, and they're always horrible. And I'm going to just pre-predict they're going to be needlessly political for no reason. In fact, I'm going to predict, despite it being a Brazilian thing, American politics will get involved. Let's scroll down. Yep. He's still more intelligent and has a better memory, is more coordinated, and has a better personality than Joe Biden. Okay. Weekend at Biden's. All right. At least he's not their president. Okay. Yep. Let's see that. Let's see more. Unbelievable. That seems normal. Surreal. Okay. So these actually seem like normal. He's just resting. All right. So it seems like a lot of these are normal comments, but of course, Of course, we had to sneak in some Joseph Biden comments, damn straight. Political brain rot gets to us all, but unfortunately, malnourishment seems to have come quicker for our boy Paulo. Thank you guys for being here today, though. I'm gonna hop out of here for now. Subscribe if you are new and like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it and you're angry at me for laughing at a corpse being desecrated, dislike the video or yell at me in the comments down below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being outstanding. I'll see you whenever I make next, and as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night, and maybe let's not desecrate corpses. Bye.